Hey guys, and welcome to another video in our Tribulation series. Today we're going to be dealing with refining your faith in the furnace of affliction. This topic is going to be centered around how trials and suffering are used by God to help strengthen and purify our faith. The same way metals are put in a furnace to remove impurities, God is doing the same thing with us through our trials that we face. So the first thing we're going to look at is understanding the purpose of suffering. There's a purpose to everything in life. So the first thing we must understand is, why am I suffering? Well, that's probably to help draw you closer to God. And God is using suffering as a tool to draw you closer to Him and to refine your character overall. So think about 1 Peter, the first chapter, verses 6 through 7, where it talks about that you must suffer for a little while, and that suffer grief is all kinds of trials and tribulations that we're going to face. So that's going to help prove your faith and how worthy you are to come out as pure as gold. And God is going to reveal Himself to you through your suffering. Then we got to have the faith as gold. So faith is tried through hard times. The same way gold is made pure through trying by the fire. We must understand that in those situations, we must learn perseverance, we must learn endurance, and to be completely reliant on God. Same way we see in Malachi 3:3, where we sit as refiners and purifiers of silver. He will purify the Levites and refine them like gold and silver. So God is just talking about how He's going to purify us through our trials and tribulations. Then you must also understand that God's presence is going to be there in the fire that you're going through. Same way Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego illustrates this, how God walked through the fire and He was able to protect them in that situation. So we must also understand that when trials seem very hard and there's no one there, God is always there in the midst with us. Then we must also finally understand that God is refining us to lead us closer to glory. So the trials that we experience, it's there to help deepen our faith and our understanding. And that this is where our true testimonies as believers must come from. Because we must understand, like we said in James 1, 2, and 4, consider it pure joy, my brothers and sisters, when you face trials of any kind. Because this is going to be a test of your faith, and it's going to help you produce perseverance. So let perseverance finish its work, and that you must be able to mature and not lack anything. So that's very important for us to understand, guys, because as believers, we're all going to face different things. And we must always understand that God is never going to leave you nor forsake you, but He must have you go through these trials to make sure that you're truly wanting to walk with Him and not there for just the good times, right? Everybody can have a testimony when things are good, but are you going to be there when things are bad? So consider this. The fire that burns away your pride, your doubt, your fear is the same fire that's going to refine you and draw you closer to God's glory. So remember those things, and hopefully this was an encouragement to you as it was to me.